Welcome to Foggy Akamora. Last week I shared an extremely short sneak peek of the Voices of Vvardenfell mod. This mod adds voiceovers to hundreds of NPCs in Vvardenfell and Solstheim. I also added the Tamriel Rebuilt add-on, which does the same for NPCs on the mainland. I have only tested the mod for a short period, so join me today. Let's observe how the mod behaves while playing a Tamriel Rebuilt quest. So let's test the Voices of Vvardenfell mod together and see if it actually reduces the amount of stuff that I have to say. You guys don't have to listen to my stupid voice and you can actually enjoy raspy Dunmo voices. Alright, so let's get to the Mage's Guild and do a quest and let's see if it actually works. Right? It's an incredible mod though. I mean, there's 17 GB of data that I had to download. So they're essentially converting every line into audio using Elven Labs, which is pretty crazy.
We are blessed, truly blessed. This is an honor.
Really? I didn't do much for you. Why is it an honor? Okay, whatever.
We try to keep a low profile here. The Indoril are always eager to accuse Outlander mages of blasphemy. I, for one, am not particularly interested in being hauled off by the Order of Inquisition.
Right. So, as you can see, I mean, you don't have voices for every topic, okay? Because they're still working on it. I mean, they have completed 60% of the NPCs have voices. So, lots of work pending. But, it makes a difference, right?
It is, unsurprisingly, the closest temple. Of course, Almsaivi intervention will get you there.
Right.
I hear Rolam Salenith and Darius Varen are still losing money on Varen Salenith egg mine. I can't say I feel particularly bad for that Swid Darius, but it's a shame Rolam got swindled into being his partner.
Swid. Advice?
Rilast Ralithan has the greatest collection of gems in all of Akamora.
Secret?
The mining head office in town is where representatives of each of the Akamora egg mines try to promote cooperation among the competing mines. That's what's supposed to happen, at least.
Right, we know that Akamora has lots of mines and there are capitalistic people like Rolam Salenith and Darius Varen and many other big shots who own these mines and they need some kind of an office. Promote cooperation. Okay, great. Okay, let's check if she will promote us. Advancement.
Congratulations. You are now officially the Conjurer. Study diligently and perform your duties.
What? Oh yeah, but this is Tamriel Rebuilt and the reputation that you need is slightly higher compared to Vanilla. Let's see if she does it once more.
You meet our requirements, but you have not yet completed the duties expected of a Conjurer.
Okay, so we are a Conjurer now. Great. Okay, duties please.
I have no more duties for you, Francine, however. Might have a request or two. In the last resort, you could try asking at the other guild halls.
Alright. Kazimiller nosa or else. So the bottom line is you guys will listen to less of my voice and more of these raspy Dunmo voices.
Gods, don't let him start in on that solemn duty crap again.
Crap? Right.
How does the day greet you, friend?
I can spare a few moments, if you care to talk.
Madonna Andares.
I don't believe I've seen an Outlander with such a grand outfit in some time. Can I help you? Paulity and I are the alchemists of this guild house. He does the selling. I can offer training for a price.
Oh, really? Rumors, please.
Einab Gull's behavior is really becoming bizarre. One day he's friendly and sociable, and the next, he's irritable and reclusive. No one wants to be around him, and his only company nowadays is the Breton slave woman that he keeps.
Okay, she doesn't have quests for us, so let's go to Francine
Tidings and good wishes to you, friend.
Aldad, who actually has quests for us. Okay, Akamora Temple, why is this in blue?
It's on the other side of town. Arguably the quickest way there is the on-civvy intervention spell. If you want to take the scenic route, leave the guild and head right, make a half circle around the canal, and descend by the Laughing Goblin. Rather than leaving town, head left, and you will find the temple.
If you see, her voice is more Bretonish. Is she a Breton? Yo.
Have you come for technical advice, or can you find the time to work on some duties?
See, her voice is not it's not a Dunbury voice. So I've played around with Elven Labs, and I understand that they could actually take her in-game voice and, train the AI to use her voice to actually generate voiceover files. Maybe that's what they're doing. But
I shouldn't have pushed so hard.
her voice definitely does not sound like a Dunmer. It sounds like a...
It's a nearby ruin somewhere to the southwest. That's all I really know about it, to be honest. One of the native Dunmer could probably tell you more.
Very cool. Okay, duties.
I have a grave problem, and I fear I need your assistance in dealing with it. Don't doubt my courage. Certainly I'd deliver this letter of apology myself, but Renosa deems it unwise and suggests that you do that.
Let's see. What is this letter of apology?
When I arrived in Morrowind, I joined House Telvanni and became apprentice to Master Rilmus Atherian in Telenoria, his tower in the town of Marog. However, after a while I started realizing that I was not up to the constant challenge and competition inherent to Telvanni life. I struck no veins in my research there, and where I did have any success to claim, fuel or sabotage, or both, from my Telvanni colleagues. I did not have the heart to complain to the master. Whom was I blaming anyway for my failing to find my place? But one day, when it became unbearable, I left Morrowind to join the Mages Guild instead. Since then my thoughts are brave and my mind is restless. Have I offended Master Atherian? Did I fail to appreciate his efforts?
So good.
This deeply bothers me, but I think there's a way to at least somewhat rectify this failing. I can try and apologize to him. Please, go to Marog and deliver this letter to Master Atherian. Renosa is possibly right that I'm not well advised to make the journey myself, but as an outsider you should have less to explain and less to fear. Here, these potions will help you.
So she joined House Telvanni, and then she realized that, House Telvanni was not for her. Okay, I'll be on my way. Francine has told me how she has left her former Telvanni mentor, Rilmas Atherion of Telenoria. You haven't been here, have you? She was finding herself unaccepted and unwelcome in Morrowind. With a sense of guilt and possibly afraid of his anger, she has asked me to deliver a letter of apology. Okay, not a letter of resignation, a letter of apology. Okay, so we have some levitation potions because you want to reach a Telvanni master, you need to levitate. Marog is here. Okay, great. We could take the Silstrider, I guess, to Helmuthada. That was good, right? She could actually say most of the lines. Very cool. Right, you.
Akamora has quite enough of you Outlanders here already. Please keep your visit short.
Oh, you can talk too?
This Siltstrider can carry you east from Akamora to Necrom, north to Tel Mathada, or south to Salin.
Helmuthada. Can you please do a mark, fella? You remembered Mark? Yes. Alright, travel. Helmuthada, please. Beautiful evening. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh no! Bella! Oh god. Wow, this is a nice swim, though. They have the same animation even in Skyrim, right? When you actually swim in a lake or something. They're using the same animation since 2002. It's hilarious. Okay. Ow. Rogue. Spectacular design. Essentially, the entire city is on a cliff. Wow. Some creativity, man. Okay, what do we have here? This is the main tower. Rogue Market. Let's see. Beautiful. So atmospheric. Wow. That's beautiful. Fog has suddenly rolled in and things changed. Okay, where do I find this guy? I don't think he'll be here. This is a shop, right? An entrance from outside. Usually there's always an entrance from inside. So, Alchemy chamber. Ooh.
Make it quick, Breton.
Post Telvanni armor. Look at that.
I enforce both Telvanni customs and imperial law. Move along and mind your manners.
Alright. Oh, there you go. Lord Atherion's chambers. Oh my. What a struggle. Vilmas.
Do you want something? I'm Ramus Atherion, but I don't recall anyone making an appointment. What you need? You are speaking to Rilmus Atherion, Lord of Marog. As a Telvanni wizard, it is my duty to oversee the affairs of this town and ensure the security of its people. I inherited the position of wizard from my father, Isaril Atherion.
Cool, okay. Come here with Telvanni.
House Telvanni is one of the great houses. We value talent, knowledge, and initiative. Perhaps you would like to join House Telvanni?
Maybe some other time. Because Bella is focused on Akamora for now. Marog.
Marog is my domain. Kemelze has perhaps made it more famous amongst Outlanders than any other Telvanni settlement, except perhaps Port Telvannis, or the Vvardenfell capital of Sadrith Mora.
Alright, Kemelze. We've heard about this. I think this is the Dwemer ruin, right?
A boring place. When will foolish Outlanders learn that Marog has picked that place clean since the day of its destruction? There is nothing there of interest, and yet tourists come by droves to be the one to make some discovery. Other than its use as a source of income for my subjects, the place is of no interest to the Telvanni.
The Dwemer ruin. He doesn't care about Kemelze. But lots of Dwemer archaeologists and lots of lore refers to this Dwemer ruin, Kemelze. Okay, let's get to the quest then. Let's ask him for a rumor.
I've seen Ilveroth Ulnith around the Swallow's Nest rather often lately. I wonder what he's up to.
Okay, letter of apology here.
What's this about? Did I get this right? This Francine Aldard wants to apologize to me. I can't recall one Francine Aldard offending me anyhow. Interesting. Francine Aldard. Yes, I think I remember the name. If my memory serves me right, this Francine Aldard oftentimes complained about nobody caring for her work and asked for assistance.
Right.
But that's what it's about. Didn't she get that? She was not under my mentorship. The great house Telvanni won't weaken itself by putting people into positions they don't deserve to be put into. You have to prove yourself by cunning, wit, and mastery of arcane skills. The strong will advance, the weak will fail. You may tell her that. She was smart enough to leave Marog. She'd be smart enough to get that. I told you that I don't mind if my incompetent apprentices run away from me. Your importunity is more irritating than this Francine Aldart's absence. Was that it?
Alright. My importunity will be no more. Alright, I think I'm done with you, so... Confronted with Francine's letter, Rilmas Atherion was not at all angered. It seemed he stopped short of lauding her for leaving him alone. Francine's feeling of guilt was not warranted. That makes sense. So we're done. We can leave Morrowind.
We make a special trip just for you. Say no.
Tidings and good wishes to you, friend.
Yo, you don't have to be guilty about anything.
Have you delivered my letter of apology? I fear that I won't find rest until this issue has been dealt with, especially since Master Atherion is of high esteem within the house Telvanni.
Yep, done, and he doesn't care.
He was not aggrieved. How intriguing. I heard that the Dunmer are remarkably proud and easily offended. The Telvanni sorcerers most notably. Then I was worried about nothing all the time. Very bewildering, but I'll be the last to complain. Thank you. I hope these scrolls are an adequate reward, but before you leave, are you interested in another, quite similar task?
Yes, please.
Wonderful. You should know that I recently started to study residual energies which develop on sites which are consistently used in evocative rituals. If my assumptions prove to be correct, then the residual energies inside the smithies form a background noise with very interesting properties.
Bonewalker Smithies and Necrom. Okay, Bonewalker Smithies.
Our insight into the nature of those residual energies would profit immensely if we could take measurements inside the smithies. Naturally, we must not simply invade the smithies and start working. That would be disrespectful and possibly damaging to the rites. We should ask for permission priorly. Well, I myself will set forth for Alt Bosara soon, therefore I'll be unavailable. May I ask you to travel to Necrom, find the administrator responsible for the smithies, and apply for permission?
For me to travel to Necrom, find the administrator responsible, and apply for permission. Okay.
I will confer with an expert on volatile energies in Alt Bosara. He's regarded as an authority on the subject. If I postpone this meeting, I might not be able to get another chance. Otherwise, I would not ask you to raise our request in Necrom, but do it myself instead.
Alright, Necrom.
Well, I've never been to Necrom myself, therefore I don't know the way there. I would have used a Silt Strider if there's a connection to Necrom from Akamora. If you need directions for a walk, then you will need to ask a scout.
Right. Sounds good. So we need to... Francine Aldad wants to investigate energies that are created in places used for magical incantation. While she is going to visit an expert on the subject in Alt Bosara, she wants me to ask representatives of the temple in Necrom for permission to visit the Bonewalker Smithies and measure residual energies there. Okay, you go to Alt Bosara, and Bella will run to Necrom.
Oh, friend.
Okay, I have to refer to this map, the UESP map, and okay, it's very near Akamora. Akamora is here, Necrom is here. Take a Silt Strider to Salem and then maybe jump to Necrom.
Akamora has quite enough of you Outlanders here already. Please keep your visit short.
Short? Oh, Necrom. He can take us to Necrom. But let's go to Salem. Ooh! Whoa! This is beautiful. A white building, marble stone. Oh, wow. Wow, this is amazing.
The living are silent in the city above Necrom.
What is this armor and which house are you? Are you like, he's an ordinator in mourning?
Justice never sleeps. Almsivi watch over you.
Right, okay.
We are the Ordinators in mourning.
Ordinators.
We are the holy guards and soldiers of the temple. We are divided into 4 distinct orders: the Order of the Watch, the Order of War, the Order of Inquisition, and the Order of Doctrine and Ordination. The strongest and most loyal are sent to Mournhold Amalexia to serve as the guards of Lady Amalexia herself. The Ordinators in mourning are the elite guard of Necrom.
Wow, elite guard, huh? So this is not Indoril, right? We are out of Indoril territory. Who governs Necrom? This is beautiful. Holy crow. Okay, Bella's mind is blown. She thought, Firewatch was civilization. But this is civilization. Wow. Rama people. So impressed. Friendly ghost? Okay. Wow, what a place. Just love the white marble. It's so different, right?
Here in the city's lower quarter, there are some residences for natives, but this is primarily a center of mourning and for the preparation of the deceased. Pilgrims should visit the city's upper district.
I see.
The temple leadership can be found in the complex before the fane of the ancestors. The archmatron, Alvuserelith, resides in the high offices. Brady Shlalo is currently the priest responsible for welcoming and organizing mourners in the charnel works. Virendislervan is marshal of the Ordinators in mourning based in the upper district.
Okay, Bonewalker Smithies. Where's that?
The Bonewalker Smithies are in the northwest of the city, next to the mortuary, one to the north and one to the south of it.
Northwest. Here.
Your foreign sorcery is forbidden here.
This grand building must be a temple. Temple pathway. Whoa. Insane. Okay.
Can ghosts or justice change with time?
Temple courtyard.
Sacrilegious outlander. Walk humbly among the ghosts, or you will be hindered.
Whoa.
It's fine with
What
me.
a ghost.
Go ahead. This is the fane of the ancestors. Bear yourself respectfully.
Fane of the ancestors.
The heart of the city of Necrom, conduit between the world of the ancestors and that of the living. The rituals that created the great ghost fence were performed here.
Outlander.
Wow. I'm assuming this is Vivek. The tribunal, right?
Learn by serving, layman.
I'm assuming this is Almalexia and this is who can this be? Wow, this is a beautiful art.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need? You stand in one of the holiest sites in all Morrowind, Pilgrim. There is a sacred chamber below the fane, which it is said none but the Blessed Tribunal and the Archcanons have entered. That chamber contains the bindings for the great ghost fence of Vvardenfell.
Ooh, okay. So this is like a hallowed location. So the gods have been here, huh? No wonder.
In the past, the ghost fence was completely effective, but now we hear reports of encounters with blighted monsters outside the fence.
Right, but this by 427 the fence is weakening, right? Wow. So tribunal were here in Necrom. Beautiful.
Praise be to the ancestors, friend. Each chamber is dedicated to the three god heroes of Omsivi and their most powerful ancestors, the Anticipations, Boethia, Mafala, and Azura. Blessed Almalexia. The Warden is one of the three immortal god kings of Morrowind, a pillar of the tribunal, and the patron of healers and teachers.
Okay, thank you. It was surreal to come here. Wow. Insanely beautiful. You can feel the energy. Ooh. That was amazing. Okay.
Probably just a ghost.
Wow. Mind is blown. So we're supposed to go to the Chamber of Parting. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. And we're supposed to speak to representatives of the temple, okay?
Yes, Outlander. This is the Chamber of Parting. If they elect to do so, families may hold a period of mourning while the bodies of the departed rest here before being interred. Speaking frankly, this is not a place for ordinary pilgrims.
Right. Bella is from the Maze Guild and she wants to speak. She wants to talk about the Bonewalker Smithies.
Measurements at our smithies. An ominous request, unsurprisingly from an Imperial guild. Well, now that you've bothered to travel to Necrom for this, I'll be polite and give you an appropriate reply. Wait a moment. I'll write down the reply for your colleague.
He starts writing a letter.
Here, this is my reply. Please deliver it to your colleague. To make the long story short, we demand from people who visit the smithies to be respectful and considerate. These measurements Aldard is intending to perform would be neither. They would be useless and inappropriate. You have my answer, and the decision stands firm. Any further discussion is obsolete. The Bonewalker smithies of Necrom were not established for profane, secular affairs, but for the exertion of our divine traditions.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I shall pass on information to Aldad. Do we have a letter? You have seen Aldad. I received your letter and the requests you made with it. Although we, the temple, appreciate any interest in our beliefs, I fail in seeing the point of your request. From what your messenger told me, and judging from your name, I assume that you are an outlander. So they pick the last name and first name and then they make assumptions. Okay, therefore you might not be familiar with the customs and traditions of Akin. The Dunmer, especially we, the temple, are practicing the tradition of conserving the remains of our beloved ancestors and relatives as bone walkers since the days of Saint Veloth. In fact, this tradition has not undergone the changes since these days. To think one could scientifically investigate or even improve a rite which is in practice for generations would be arrogant and foolish. Therefore, we cannot allow you to interrupt the exertion of our tasks by these measurements. This said, you are always welcome to visit the Bonewalker smithies in Necrom as long as you don't disturb our priests working there. Ranks of the temple are open to the faithful of any provenance. You too could be assigned these holy tasks should you prove your faith and willingness to preserve rather than undermine our traditions. Ew. Okay, Francine Aldad. She can't undermine traditions of Dunmer. Oh, look at the city at night. Holy. Okay. You have to get a top view of Necrom. Wow. Look at that view. Holy madre. Wow, I am just stunned at this creativity of the Tamriel Rebuilt team. And I assume this city, Necrom, was created way back in maybe 2010, maybe earlier. And I hope the new team does not change, you know. Alright, time to go back. Wow. So unique.
Oh, friend, how about a potion today?
Share your thoughts, friend. Something unbelievable has happened. Ah, you have a reply from Brady Slarlo, the administrator. Yes, that's superb, but we have to focus our attention onto a more urgent problem now. As you surely remember, I intended to meet a fellow scientist in Old Bosara. However, I never arrived there. I got arrested at Fort Windmoth instead, and I wasn't even informed of the charge.
Oh, really? You got arrested? What?
I must say I'm relieved to see you well. However, I have run into more serious problems while you were away. Guards have arrested me for no obvious reason as I was passing by Fort Windmoth. By teleportation I was able to escape before they could jail me, but it remains a mystery why they were trying to, in the first place. It's impossible for me to return to Fort Windmoth myself to clarify this issue, so I must ask you to do this favor for me.
Yeah, okay.
Instead of informing me of the reason for this arrest, they asked pointless and irrelevant questions. If I ever concealed escaped slaves from the authorities, if I ever bought raw ebony from an unauthorized vendor, if I ever stole Telvanni bug musk, even if I ever performed necromantic rituals, you must find out more about this incident.
Fort Windmoth. What is this like an imperial location? Imperial fort? And did the Imperials arrest you? That's strange.
It's an imperial fort north of Akamora. Go to Marog and leave the town to the east to reach Tel Muthada, then you leave Tel Muthada to the south and east, and follow the road heading to Old Basara. I have to admit that I took the Silt Strider to Tel Muthada, hence I can't give you better instructions.
Right, okay, anyway, let's get back to the Necrom, shall we?
Yes, I see. But it's not important right now. It's way more imperative to find the reason why I got arrested by the guards of the Imperial Legion.
Hey, do you want to work on Mages Guild stuff, or you want to figure out your personal issues, huh? They must have some reason to arrest you. And you teleported without cooperating? That's crazy. Who does that? That's what she said, right? I teleported there. For teleportation, I was able to escape. What? Why didn't you cooperate? Hilarious.
You have to understand my anxiety. I think of myself as a respectable citizen of the Empire. To me, there is no reason why I should get arrested by the Imperial Legion. This whole issue is alarming and perplexing, and I need your assistance now.
You teleported out of there. Go on. Okay, fine, whatever. Give me.
What was the reason I got arrested? A misunderstanding, an intrigue, or something more mundane?
This Francine Aldard is crazy. Alright, let's go. Let's finish this. Alright, here is the Imperial Fort. Eyesore of a building compared to what we saw earlier. We're supposed to talk to some... Zatari.
Yes, Outlander. What do you want? Hello there, stranger. I am the guard captain here.
Wait,
Have
guard
you come
captain.
to speak with me?
Yes. Tell me about Fort Windmoth.
This fort was erected to keep the boundary between House Indoral and House Telvanni peaceful. Strangely enough, since I became the captain here, the Telvanni have been very quiet.
Right. North of Akamora is where Telvanni lands start, right? So Akamora is House Indoral lands. Interesting.
We had an unfortunate accident done in the prison. Luckily, the culprit is now imprisoned in one of the remaining cells. A mage thief, no more. Why do you ask? Ah, I see. You're a member of the Mages Guild, too. That means you're in the know, or even worse, an accomplice. Those are crimes, too. I have an arrest warrant for Francine Aldard, and this escape of her makes the case even more complicated. I'll leave the choice to you. Pay her fine of 5,000 gold, or you commit the crime of impeding the investigation.
Just tell me why you arrested her.
Do you want to question my authority or what? That's none of your business. The only thing you should care about is whether you respect the law and pay the fine, or you are stubborn and deal with the consequences. So what's your decision?
I'm not going to pay the fine.
If that is your stance. In fact, I'd love to arrest you on the spot. But unfortunately, I have no concrete evidence. I'll give you only this one chance. Leave my fort now, and if you or that Francine Aldard ever come back, you'll end up in my jail. Now move it.
Oh, okay. He hates us. Belt of Charisma. Amulet of Shield. That's fine, we'll take that damage. Ooh. A letter from Ethan Delori. Letter from Rimas Atherion. Letter from Turi. Okay, there's some letters here. Huh. Wow. Okay, telekinesis, amazing. Let's take this letter. Okay, journal is updated. Wow, okay. Ooh, that was amazing, Bella. Commander Rethrati. Recent developments have convinced me that the disappearance of one of my Khajiit-related slaves, Mjara, from my tower in Morrowind was abetted by a traitor among my personnel. And that traitor is none other than our Mages Guild person. Ooh, I have received an apology letter from former apprentice, Francine Aldad, who left Morrowind approximately at the same time as the slave did. Actually, she did go out of grievances with certain individuals in town, but since I can recall neither any debt she had failed to clear nor any damage she had inflicted upon my tower, such an apology aroused my suspicion. When it came to my attention that both Mjara and Francine Aldad have settled in the Mages Guild of Akamora, little doubt remained that this apology was merely a cover-up, a hypocritical confession to imaginary sins in an attempt to detract from an actual crime. I want to point out that I am not suggesting you to operate in Akamora or on Indoril territory in general. A common slave doesn't merit an escalation beyond the Windmoth district. However, should Francine Aldad be identified by your men, I require her to be arrested and interrogated. Huh. So both Francine and Mjara, both of them left House Selvani lands and they moved to House Indoril lands. But this guy is very clever, huh? He deduced that, they were together. Huh. Awesome. Let's see. I found a letter from Dilmas Atherion to the commander of Fort Windmoth, to which he demands Francine's arrest. It seems Master Atherion believes that Francine has helped Mjara, a former slave of his, to escape. Alright, telekinesis really helped, huh? That was pretty awesome. But well done, Bella, that was impressive. Using alteration magic like that, who would have thought?
Oh, friend, how about...
Well, hello there. You have to understand my anxiety. I think of myself as a respectable citizen of the Empire. To me, there is no reason why I should get arrested by the Imperial Legion. This whole issue is alarming and perplexing, and I need your assistance now. Isn't that ironic? Had I never tried to settle my debts to Master Atherion, then he'd have never suspected me of being behind Mirara's escape. The very same Miara I was so startled to run into in Akamora back when I found my way here. Well, I guess this means I have to stay out of Telvanus from now on, and these utensils will no longer be of use for me. But perhaps they will be for you. At the very least, you have to serve them. I think I will spend my next weeks within the halls of the Mages Guild. In here, I'll be safe from whatever surprises the Telvanni have in store for me. Seeing that the temple does not like the idea of me treading their ground either, I guess I'm going to relocate to another branch of the guild eventually. One in the west, where the people are more open to a foreigner like me.
Yeah, I don't think you belong here, Francine. If the Telvanni are pissed off that you stole a slave, They will come after you, okay? Oh, wow.
Evidently, I shouldn't be travelling to Necrom even if our request hadn't been turned down. Nonetheless, it's quite disheartening to learn of Sergio Bradislalo's refusing if not hostile answer. He seemingly never even considered our proposal. I always was confident that the translocation to Morrowind would benefit my research. Now I entertain grave doubts about that.
Nope, you should go away. You should go back to Cyrodiil or go back to High Rock, you know? Alright.
I fear I must disappoint you. I have no more duties you could take on.
Francine Aldad, what a character. Nice little series of quests, you know, that fleshes out her character. She got exposed by the House Telvanni and she's kind of on the run. So she must be pretty nervous right now. Alright, I think that's the end of the Mages Guild quest line here in Akamora. So we have a Fighters Guild quests to be done. Then we can leave this amazing town. Alright guys, do share your thoughts about the voices of Vvardenfell and the Tamriel Rebuilt voices mods that were highlighted today. I feel this is incredible. The fact that we're able to play Morrowind as a modern game with voiceovers is amazing. So I would love to know your thoughts about the voices. And thanks to Naz from our Discord who motivated me to, spend some time and get these mods installed. Thank you Naz, you rock, and these sessions are awesome.